welcome everybody. We've got an amazing mix of people. We've got a number of team members from Nepal. We've got a number of people that have been with us to Nepal on a 7 Women tour and a hands-on development tour. We've got people that have had fundraisers for us, and we've got people that have kind of caused me to go and speak at their conferences and share the word about 7 Women. And all of you have contributed to 7 Women in a tremendous way. So thank you so much, and thanks for making time to be here tonight. And so tonight's going to be very exciting. We're going to have a bit of an update. First, introductions from the team, because we've got a few new team members and a few team members here that met a long time ago. That it's exciting to have them on the call again tonight. Can I just ask everyone to mute their microphones so it's easy to hear everyone when they're talking? So we'll do introductions, and then we'll do a bit of an update of 7 Women and where we're at, and then we will talk a bit about future vision and how you can get involved, and how we can continue to grow together. So awesome. I'm going to hand over to the team to do most of the talking, and then Reese is going to give us a bit of an update. I've been working with Reese on a future vision project, which is around training in hospitality, and we've been working with Woollard in Nepal. So for those of you who have not heard of 7 Women, which I don't think is anyone here on this call in particular, but maybe listening to the replay, 7 Women started, I think, 16 years ago now, when I was 22 and a curious traveller in Nepal, and absolutely loved Nepal. And I'm sure, and I know many of you on this call have been to Nepal, and it's one of those places that you do fall in love with because of the people. I fell in love with the people and their spirit of generosity and their amazing hospitality and just amazing hearts. And that caused me to want to go back again and again. I was very struck by the poverty that I saw, but that kind of coupled with the generosity, it was very inspiring, to see people that had very little be so open and so welcoming and so generous in what they were sharing of themselves. So on my second trip in Nepal, I was leading groups of architects from Melbourne to Nepal, co-leading groups as a group leader for Duke of Edinburgh, the Duke of Edinburgh Award. And I came across 7 ladies, 7 women who were operating out of a tiny tin shed and making products to sell to the local market. But because of their physical appearance and because of having disabilities, they were unable to sell their products and make ends meet, which I found very sad, especially when I heard from Sangeeta, who spoke broken English, that because of their physical appearance and disabilities, there was a belief, that limited them in society, which was that they were evil in a past life, and that there was a belief in society that was holding them back and limiting their human potential. So 7 Women at its core is about humans reaching their human potential and blowing off the limiting beliefs that society or even your own limiting beliefs, and just living your passion and being able to share your gifts into the world with others, because I believe that's how the world is going to change, when we all are living our highest excitement and sharing of our God-given gifts. So 7 Women, thank God, 16 years later is still up and running and thriving despite the last 12 months. And we've just put on 2 incredibly amazing new staff members, Kosum and Sunaina, who are here with us on the call tonight, which is very exciting. And Woollard, during the last 12 months, probably about 6 months ago now, or maybe a bit longer, we hired Woollard, and we are very, very grateful to have these guys part of our team. So I'm going to throw it across now to Woollard to introduce himself, and maybe we'll just stick to introductions now, and then we'll do updates after that.
Yeah, great. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining with us. My name is Vinod Balami. I'm here for Nepal General Manager to look at the 7 Women Nepal and with the guest house. So right now I'm managing the All Seven Women Guest House and Center for promoting our program and skilling our women to improve their life. More update I will let you know on after, please.
And just to add to that, Binod is extremely humble and incredibly generous. So even before he worked for Seven Women, he was helping us in whatever way he could. And I remember when we launched our guest house in February, Reese and Liz were there and Matt, Binod offered to help us from I think it was very early in the morning all day to prepare the food and everything like that. So he's been a long-term Seven Women supporter even before he was employed by us, and passionate about organic farming. He used to manage the Organic Green Cafe in Tamil, which is a thriving organic restaurant that I used to bring all the groups to, and hopefully do again soon when we start doing tours again. But Binod, we're very grateful to have Binod. He's very passionate about his work and about making a difference in society. So good on you, Binod.
Thank you, Steph.
Maybe we can hear from Kosum next.
Hello and namaste, everyone. My name is Kusum Thamang, and I have just recently joined Seven Women as the Business Development Manager. And I really hope to be able to share what I know and at the same time learn from the team and come to really great outcomes for Seven Women in the future. So I'm really glad to be here today and meet you all. Thank you.
And again, I have to add a little bit onto Kosum's introduction, because Kosum is a phenomenal woman and involved in so many things, and has basically dedicated her life to make society a better place in any way that she can. So she's involved in, running and supporting another charity, working in the Rohingya refugee camps, which are refugees that come from Myanmar. And during the last 12 months, flat out every day, just helping people, because a lot of people rely on daily wages. So they've had to, really rely on people like Kosum to get out there and help them with just even basic food packs to feed their family. So, Kosum does a lot of different things. I've actually interviewed Kosum on my podcast called Inspiring Humans. So I'll have to post that up too on the Seven Women page, maybe tomorrow, to introduce Kosum properly, and her backstory is very inspiring. She's travelled, she's done leadership programs in Australia, and an amazing woman to have on board. So we're very fortunate to have Kosum on our team.
Thank you, Steph.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. Sunaina, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone, and namaste. I'm Sunaina Singh Shrestha. I recently joined Seven Women, and I'm very excited to be part of this amazing team. I'm looking after the marketing here. And very excited. Yeah.
Amazing. And same with Sunaina. I'm going to have to add in a bit more about each of you, because you've got quite amazing backgrounds. And Sunaina worked for a Swedish company in the manufacturing area, so developing silk products for a Swedish company that manufactured their things in Nepal and did a lot of social good as well. Kosum is also linked with that organisation. And Sunaina, similar to Binod and also Kosum, before joining Seven Women, she has been very generous in suggesting different markets that we can do, and always just keeping in touch, and always has us in mind for how she can help. And I know Sunaina has a great passion for empowering women in Nepal. So thrilled to have you on our team. So now, who else do we have here? We've got Bimala, who's sitting in one of the rooms in our guest house.
Yeah. Hi, namaste everyone. So first of all, I would like to say thank you for joining me. So my name is Bimala Tamang. So I'm originated from Noakot village, but now it's this time I'm staying in the Seven Women Boutique Hotel. So before I'm staying Seven Women Center. Now I'm during lockdown, I'm safe and I'm staying in the guest house. And I'm a student, so I'm going to college in the morning and daytime I work here. So I have been working here like 4 years already. And before 4 years also, I have already joined since 2016. I was Seven Women literacy teacher in my village. And after finish my school and I'm come in center and then I'm studying. And now I'm studying bachelor in second year. So I'm so happy to join in here. So seven team is like my family, my second family. I'm so happy to be here. So I have lots of opportunity. So I'm gonna appreciate for steps. So I got lots of experience and lots of qualification also. And thank you so much for the joining today. So just thank you. Thank you.
And Bimala is an extremely courageous young woman who is a star in our first documentary called Bringing the Light. That's kind of on YouTube for anyone to search and watch if they want to. It's about 50 minutes long, I think. But Bimala basically went back to her village and trained the women from all ages, from young to kind of 80-year-olds in literacy and numeracy, women that had never held a pen before, women that didn't know how to write their name. And it was phenomenal to see the transformation in them, and is passionate through Seven Women, and we can't wait to support her to get back to the village and create more change in that space in her own home village. So Bimala's been with us in Kathmandu while she completes her studies, and we really appreciate having Bimala part of Seven Women.
You're on mute, Steph.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, I was just saying I'm just welcoming Diane, who's just entered the room. Welcome, Diane. And welcome, great to have you here. And Rita, if she's there. I thought I saw Rita jump on before. I'm not sure if she's there or not now, Bimala. Maybe we'll come back to Amrita and Padam when he jumps on. So in terms of an update, I'm going to throw back to the team to kind of share what they're working on currently. But basically, Seven Women is made up of the manufacturing business, our cooking school, and our guest house. And then I used to bring tours, and hopefully again soon, across to Nepal to support the growth of Seven Women, but also visit other incredible enterprises in Nepal that were supporting the people and empowering the people. So half of those tours were fundraising trips, Seven Women trips, and half were commercial through hands-on development and taking high school students and university students as educational 10-day cultural tours. So basically what Sunaina, Binud, Kosum are going to be working on as the kind of management team, part of the management team, is how we pivot and adapt the enterprises that we've already got that were thriving and really set for a successful year last year to generate local income from the tourist market that was our main customer base. How to adapt them now to generate local income, more local income, until the tourists kind of start coming back, and how to really market them and leverage that. So within that kind of framework, and then we've got the future vision that I might touch on at the end. But Binal, did you want to just lead with what you've been working on?
Sure, please. Yeah. Hi everyone again. Actually, many faces are very known, and very warm welcome to everyone. Actually, I had joined with the Seven Women. It's been almost 1 year now, and I'm very grateful to working with the Seven Women team, and especially staff and for them. During 2020, I had a very, it's kind of a good experience, but not too good one. It's actually during a COVID. when I joined with the 7MN, it's starting COVID-19 and it's starting to lock down. So during lockdown 2020, what we have done is, especially first of all, we distribute the food, packaging to the many area. It's out of Kathmandu and inside of Kathmandu. So that's one very important part, what we did in 2020 during lockdown. And second one is we have been distribute stationery things to many villages where they need it, and it's very needy for the student and their family for as well their good life. So on that case, what we have done is we have four targets district where in Kathmandu and Bara, Nuwakot, and Sinupalto. That's four districts are very important to distribute their education for stationaries and food. So other than that, we have also good with the scholarship program for our ladies who are in staying in our center and outside the center. And another one is we had a training for our guest house staff for hotel management and tourism sector. So it means we are ready to serve from our hotel sites, guest house sites. Then thirdly, we had a beauty parlor setup. We complete our beauty parlor setup from your support. And it's good to know because we have another creativity for our women group to improve their skill. So other than that, our upcoming plan are we've been trying for eco farming and hydro farming and aquaponic farming in our sector in Nepal actually. So we've been already talked with this few subjects before as well, but it's our coming plan. Well, 2020 was not too good for us because we don't have any tourists in our guest house, but we have support from all our supporters to survive and good life for our women who are in center and who are in guest house. So I would like to thank you all for what you have done for us, and it's really appreciate. Because there is so many lives are saved because of you, and those are the things which in 2020. So other than that, actually, my subject, my plan for our guest house to more local income generate is this time actually we don't have any partner in Nepal, but upcoming plan we gonna have our guest house to improve for our ladies to their service and all the things, and I hope you will definitely enjoying in coming future on our guest house service. So yeah, we had been doing lots of training center in out of Kathmandu and inside the Kathmandu. So you already know that we have a very big project in Bara district where the women are very, some of them are disability and some of them helpless for their life. So we have already there good for more than 45 women are skilled by their own. So they are very good for, swing and all the things what they have done, they've been good for swing. You mean like they are making clothes by themselves. So yeah, this is the things I have been experienced in 2020.
Thanks, Binod. And Binod's been working on, as he said, aquaponics and hydroponics to put on our rooftop of our guest house as a little model of growing our own fruit and vegetable, because that's part of our long-term plan to grow organic fruit and veg and use it in our cafe at the guest house and also in our cooking classes in our cooking school. So that's really exciting, and also transforming, as Binod said, the guest house downstairs area into a cafe, so we can still use the guest house while we're waiting for tourists to come back and use the rooms. So I might hand to Kostum now.
Sure, thank you, Steph. As I introduced myself, I have joined in the team as the Business Development Manager. It sounds like a very rigid job, but it's not. It's a lot of fun. I've been trying to understand how Seven Women runs as an organization and the programs and the activities that it has. And I was very impressed because I knew about some of the programs that Seven Women does. And when I joined in and I talked to the team, I found out that there were actually quite a few programs that were being run at the time, such as literacy programs in rural areas and scholarship and education programs, which have made a lot of difference. And you can see from Bimala as well, she's talking to us. She's, you can see how empowering it is. And very encouraging for the team like us. So apart from that, what I personally have been doing with the team is to understand the operations, understand the programs and the team strengths, and also some of the areas that we can improve upon. So just like Vinodai said, we are just very ready to start the hotel right away, and we are looking into immediate operation and how we can start to generate income locally. So we've been working around a few marketing strategies along with Sunena, Binodai, Padandai, the team together, working on the, revising the cost, revising the services. We're working on all of that. And we're also trying to see how we can penetrate the local market here, such as Sunena has been giving us, good ideas about having local markets and how we can also reach out to the potential buyers, potential customers here. Some of them could be very niche customer, groups such as, VIPs or banks, but some of them could be just a local community that could, we could talk about the products as well as the work that we do. I think for now, it's a very initial conversation on how we can bring all the ideas together on the table and start to implement those. Even the beauty parlor, we've got all the setup ready, and we've identified a few things that we can add upon so that it can have a full-fledged operation where the local women, particularly women, because men usually go to just the men's parlors here. That's how the tradition is, but mostly women and men in the future can use that service right away within that community. With the cooking classes, I know that there had been a lot of tours that came in for the classes, and we are also this just happened yesterday actually, Steph, so we've been trying to see how we can utilize that space as well, not just for cooking, but even to organize other programs, other activities, other workshops, in any way we can utilize this space, because it's a very well structured space, very well structured team. So we want to make use of that in other ways, in other innovative ways, so that we can start to generate some income, as well as bring in the local community so that they know what Seven Women does, because the local support is also starting to get, the local community is starting to get a little bit of interest in community work, and just try to volunteer or support in some ways that they can. So as I said, it's a very initial process right now, but that's what we've been doing, working together as a team in bringing all the ideas on the table. And we welcome your ideas, and you could have some really good ideas that you can give us, and we can start working on those as well. So I think that's all for me for now. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Kosum. And speaking of people contributing to our ideas, I just saw Sarah jump on. I know she was finishing work recently, so thanks so much, Sarah, for jumping on after work. And Sarah has been to Nepal a number of times as a hairdresser back here in Melbourne and trained the women up in how to cut hair. So she's basically shared her skill on her travels in Nepal with 7 women. And as a result, you know, that's really the start of the idea to start a beauty parlour, because we thought, wow, with these skills, we've got so many tourists coming, maybe we could offer the tourists a haircut after they do a cooking class or something, or before. And then we thought, well, why don't we do a beauty parlour for the local? That's a great way to make a local income. And for those of you who've been to our centre, we have the best position. Our centre basically faces onto a laneway at the side, and there's a huge meditation centre which has hundreds of people visiting it. So it's perfect, you know, fronting on to, you know, across the laneway. Oh, Amrita. So Amrita's just on at the moment, and it looks like she might be in the beauty parlour, because I can see the brick walls inside the beauty parlour. But Sarah, do you want to just share a bit of your experience working with the women and training them up in how to do the hairdressing?
Sure. Hey guys. So I had an amazing experience. I spent 7 days over with 7 women, teaching 12 girls how to cut hair, which is massive, given it took me 3 years to do an apprenticeship and try and learn all of that. To condense it down into 7 days was unbelievable, but they were amazing. They absorbed like sponges and picked it up so incredibly well, so quickly, and were so enthusiastic that it was inspiring to see how quickly they could learn and how much they enjoyed doing it. I suppose when I left, I was a little bit nervous that possibly if you don't use it, you lose it. So I was worried that if they didn't continue their skills, practicing their skills, that they would lose what they had learnt. But then when I went back 6 months later, I was blown away that they could all still do such an amazing job. And yeah, it was a pretty, it was an exciting experience, but also an empowering experience to watch how much they wanted to learn. And yeah, basically kind of took off on its own from there.
Amazing. And we're so grateful for you teaching them that skill, because yeah, as I said, that really seeded the idea to start a beauty parlour. And I know that you fundraised to be able to, you know, come over and teach them and towards it. So yeah. Thanks so much. And Amrita is, I don't know if everyone can see Amrita's screen, but she's in the beauty parlour, hopefully not upside down, but the screen looks upside down. And you can kind of see half a chair, 2 chairs that we've bought for the hairdressing, and a bit of the 7 Women sign. And that's our beautiful brick design on the inside wall.
This is the secret of doing it in 7 days. People cut hair upside down, so it's easier.
Exactly, yeah. So many tricks. Thanks, Amrita, for showing us the beauty parlour. And Amrita, I don't know if you can unmute your microphone and put the camera on yourself and introduce yourself. Not sure. Might come back to Amrita. Okay, so Sunaina, if you could give us a little bit of an update, and then I was just looking at kind of everyone on this call, and you've all been involved in incredible ways. So I'd love to just zip around and just a very quick kind of where you're from and your connection to 7 Women would be amazing after Sunaina's intro.
So hi again, everyone. I'm basically looking after the marketing here in Nepal. Kusumdi and me and the team here in Nepal, we worked on products, like we added on few products so that we could sell here in Nepal as well as in other countries. So if anyone could help us, reach out to people and see like us, and give them, tell them like we have got these new products, or who is willing to sell our products. it would be awesome. Like, we are looking for international clients as well, and we are looking for markets here, local markets, and also to the shops in Patan area and in different areas, so that we can sell and bring in some, yeah.
So Sunaina's going to help us design a bit of a more uniform range of products and branch out into maybe more local market needs product, but also we've kind of been winging it till now to a certain extent, because I'm not, I don't have a background in products, so it was always just what the women's abilities were and what we could kind of produce and the resources that we had access to. So now we've got the luxury of having Sunaina focusing on the manufacturing business and developing a bit of a range that looks very good quality and matching in a way, rather than having so many ad hoc little items. For those of you that have been to our Seven Women shop, it's a lot of different styles and different types of products. So a bit more targeted and to a certain market, I think would allow us to be more successful in our sales, both locally and internationally. And with the local sales, they've been a little bit ad hoc. We've done a lot of school uniforms, after the earthquake, and local products for expats who have shops in the local market. So a bit here and there, but we'd love to kind of get a bit more consistent sales and a few more partners that order consistently from us, so we know that we've got that consistent income. So thanks, Sunaina. Right. Feel free to introduce yourselves if you like. You don't have to, but I'm just looking around, and Cheryl's up north, and Cheryl's been an amazing supporter of Seven Women, both travelled to Seven Women in Nepal, and had me up there staying with her at her beautiful house and doing it, speaking, sharing Seven Women with a small group of people who she knows through her travel agency. So yeah, Cheryl, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I just did a talk recently to what's called the View Club up here in Budrum as well, and I had about 60 ladies that I spoke to, and we talked about Seven Women plus a couple of other things that was for International Women's Day, and they just loved the whole concept, and yeah, it went over very well. And of course, once we can get back over to Nepal, we'll certainly have a tour group that we're keen to get over there and visit again, and missing my visits over there already. But yeah, and the manufacturing side that Suana's talking about there, like we did travel wallets for our clients. And one of the reasons was I wanted to get rid of the plastic ones that we had, and sort of get something a little bit more sustainable and something that was used and recycled and made up. And the clients just love them. They think they're getting such a special treat when I tell them the story associated with it as well. So it's does double goodness, I find. So it's been great. Yeah. So yep, pass on.
Awesome. Reese, it looks like he's about to unmute himself.
Well done. Steph, thanks for having your fantastic team and the new members. You've got an awesome team. This is even more awesome with Kusum, Sunaina, and their addition to the team. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic. I came, Steph and I met 18 months ago, 2 years ago. I'm semi-retired, come from a training background, offering courses offshore, and also Liz is next to me, my better half, and we've got a 30-year-old son with a very serious disability, and to be able to, I've been working in Asia for 30 years and seen the very reduced life chances of people with disabilities in Asian countries, including Nepal. And when you have a son with a disability and can understand it from a first-line perspective, anybody who can set up such a tremendous organisation to improve the life chances of people with disabilities is just absolutely fantastic. So Liz and I have both been to Nepal, visited 7 women, and I've got the great pleasure of working with Steph and Binod to try and get some accredited training off the ground at 7 Women. And Sarah, I've just sent you a chat message asking for your details because we've just added hairdressing to the list and I need to talk to you. So I've got not only hairdressing, but wellness, makeup, day spa, nails, pedicure, and the whole raft of personal services. I think that's something that we need to be ambitious about. But being serious, the ability to run a program of accredited training leading to an Australian award. Steph and I have been able to set up a partnership with Melbourne Polytechnic, who will, for a very reasonable price, certify some accredited training. We need to get on our bikes now and probably find $15,000 or $20,000 to do the establishment work, to train trainers at 7 Women, as well as to set up some of the training infrastructure. And this would do 2 things. It would train 7 Women employees and part of the network as a capability building exercise, as well as hopefully do some training for commercial customers, particularly businesses in the hospitality industry, to raise revenue, to both raise revenue and improve the brand or extend the brand of 7 Women in Nepal. So that's what we're doing. It's nice to feel that there's a little bit of the hibernation after COVID is starting to break down a little bit. We've got Melbourne Polytechnic as a partner. We've got a few opportunities to start looking, or some real opportunities to get some money. A brilliant hairdresser called Sarah, who's now part of the training team. And I think this will be a fantastic activity. Steph and I said we both share the vision to see Amrita, Bimala, other staff members as accredited trainers running accredited training in the kitchen or in the kitchen, in the beauty parlour, in other locations. To see that would really warm the cockles of my heart and really would be such a fantastic thing for 7 Women. So that's the little project that we're doing. And Steph, myself, Binod, hopefully involving some other staff, are starting to do a little bit of a needs analysis in particularly Kathmandu, to see what our opportunities are at what price point to get people in for some commercial training. So that's the project that we're trying to do. I think it will be a great business for 7 Women, meeting both a revenue target, but more importantly, building the capability of 7 Women staff and clients. And to see that happen will certainly be marvellous to see. Thanks, Steph.
Thanks, Reece. And yeah, both Reece and Liz have been incredible supports for 7 Women. And just 7 Women was built on, the reason why we've grown, you know, into what we are today is because of people like yourselves. I mean, Liz, even, you know, Liz worked in the Victorian Electoral Commission and had me in there as a guest speaker for International Women's Day. And you know, that's basically people using the resources they have or the platform they have to share the message of 7 Women. I just appreciate that so much. And Reece, you've been totally awesome. You know, I really feel your support and encouragement consistently. So thanks so much for that.
Just don't let him loose with the scissors, Steph, because I saw his hairdressing skills during lockdown. They're not pretty.
Okay. Yeah, Reece, we have to keep you away from the beauty parlour when you are when you're next over in Nepal.
I'll be the feet.
We'll give you a pedicure.
Okay.
So Rita, I can see that you're on. Are you able to speak and can we hear you? Can you try?
Yeah, Steph.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm really sorry for late reply because it's quite like disturbing today. So I'm really sorry for everyone. So hi everyone.
Hi.
It's so good to see you all after a long time. So this is our beauty parlor. You can see guys here. It looks really beautiful, and now we're starting to do some little marketing here. Now you can see we keep some product here also, because when people come to buy it, then we can say here we have a beauty parlor, and so they can come and they can cut their hair, and they can come for the parlor. So this is especially for the marketing to our parlor. So we start to keep some product, and we start to do some little bit basic things in beauty parlor now. So I just want to show you around. This looks so beautiful. Can you guys?
Rita, can we say hello to Sandhya, and is it Bishnu?
Oh yeah.
Hi Sandhya.
Hi.
Sandhya, are you waiting for the customers?
Yeah. And Vishnu Maya is here. She is waiting for the customer too. So when we're busy in another work, then Vishnu Maya can stay here, and if anyone come to the shop, then she can tell us.
Thanks, Amrita. And Amrita has been one of the main cooking teachers at the cooking school when we had lots of guests visiting, and now we've just put the cooking classes online on the 7 Women website, and we're working with Daja now, which we're so happy to see here on this call, Daja. And Daja works for Intrepid Urban Adventures, and they also have a platform for experiences that they offer to their customers globally, travellers. And we're just in the process now of putting the cooking classes on their platform, and Daja has been incredible at working with the women and stepping them through what that needs to look like. To it's very different teaching in real life to teaching online. So Daja, we really appreciate your patience and the way that you've worked with the women, and I would love you to say a few words if you want to.
Oh my God, you are all so inspiring, and I'm so thrilled to be able to help in this. I feel small. I still feel that I didn't do anything, but I know that with these 2 tours, for now, we are creating 2. One of them is a cooking class, and one of them, and the second one will be a flag one. I know that the customers, even like even me, who were never in Nepal before, will feel a big part of your hearts. And I'm so happy that this will be available, I believe, in less than a month. Less than a month's time, the customers will be able to cook with you from home and feel you from their home, and then hopefully visit you once the travel will be on again. I'm really, really happy that I can help in my small way.
Thanks so much. You've been amazing. And we can't wait to, have a greater platform for the cooking classes, because, I think that's a product that people will really love, that connection, even if it is online at this time when people can't travel. Yeah. Tom, I noticed you've changed your name from Steph to Tom now. Well done. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Do you want to just share a little bit about the aquaponics and hydroponics that, the call that we had with the team in Nepal to look at doing that at the guest house?
Yeah, just very quickly, Binod's obviously working to incorporate some fresh produce into the cooking classes and use as much as they can from their own devices. So we're looking to be able to provide that through mainly a small area of growing areas, which may be just rooftop, which we use as agroponics, which is pretty much just recycling water and nutrients and flowing it through the roots of the plants. So we don't need large areas to produce a lot of produce. So it's a really great way to go forward. And hopefully in the future, we can expand that to a bigger, more larger scale production. But at the moment, we're just small steps and see how we go.
Fantastic, Tom. That's great.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I've had only a small part to play, but Binald's doing all the legwork, and we've got another friend, Justin, helping us out with a bit more expertise. And all things going well, the girls will be able to provide everyone when they can get back over there with produce that comes from just around the corner and not imported from other parts or externally of Nepal. So all hoping it goes well in the future.
Thanks. And I think that's a really important point as well. We want 7 Women to be not only working for the women that we work with, but also set up as a bit of a model. So the people that can come and visit take inspiration away and can learn from the hydroponics that we've set up and create their own, at their place. I know Kossum has a tiny house. For those that have heard of the tiny house movement, that is getting a lot of traction worldwide. Kossum has a tiny house and is growing her own fruit and veg. And I think, especially the last 12 months, what we've seen in Nepal with people that have been stuck in lockdown, not able to earn an income to then buy food, if more people could learn how to grow their own food, it can be simple, and it's not that difficult, if you take baby steps. So I think with anything that we do at 7 Women, I'm always thinking of how we can set ourselves up as an educational centre almost as well, that others can take inspiration from. Even, we saw hundreds and hundreds of international, thousands actually of travellers that have been through our centre that have taken inspiration of something little that we've done, whether it's fair trade, learning about fair trade, or how to cook, and or a different spice, and have gone home back to their countries and just pursued that curiosity or that inspiration. So with the food security and organic food and that sort of thing in future, we really want to set up like an eco farm in one of the villages that we're working, and have that as a place that people can come and experience, but also learn from and hopefully implement it in their own lives in a way that inspires them. So thanks, Tom, for being part of that project. So Matt, do you want to say a few words? Yeah.
That's why I raised my hand on the screen.
Okay. Oh, you can lower it now.
I don't know how I haven't got that far. Now, first of all, I'd like to say namaste to everyone in Nepal and Happy New Year for next week.
Thank you.
Yes. I was finally going to have my first cooking class next week, but we've got COVID restrictions here. We got away with it for a whole year, but as it turned out, my day that I'd chosen for the cooking class was also New Year's Day for you, so I would have been unable to probably loop you guys in. Which is, it was wonderful, Rita. It was wonderful for you to share the other ladies in the beauty salon. I'm going to grow my hair long, especially so I can get it cut when I come over there.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my God.
I'm going to grow a mullet. All right.
And Matt, you better behave yourself when you're over there, or you'll get a very interesting haircut.
Yeah.
Well, you can always shave it off again, can't you? Then it's all done. But and I've already let Bernard know that I will be booking a room at the guest house.
Amazing, awesome! Can't wait to have that. Yeah.
All right. So it's good to see you all, and I think you're all doing a wonderful job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Amazing. So who else? Diane, you're very welcome to share if you feel like it. Lucy, you are too if you feel like it. Otherwise, we'll keep going. Bimala, do you have any updates that you want to share about what you're working on at the moment?
No.
Sorry.
Do you want to share a little bit about what you're working on at the moment?
Yeah, sure. So hi everyone again. So this time during the lockdown, so I'm staying in the guest house, and after lockdown, so this time, so I'm staying in the guest house also. And now, so we don't have guests now, but we have learning more time, and we're learning more things with the Binod and with Kusumdi. We hope we're learning more from Kusum and Suninadi. So yeah, now this time we have just learning the new things and learning how to cooperate with guests and how to introduce with them and how to manage the team in the guest house. And sometimes I go in the center also, and there also we have parlor, beauty parlors. I'm going to see beauty parlor training also. And yeah, I'm so happy and I'm learning more things, and I hope we learn more things also. And I just want to appreciate the for support also. Just thanks so much.
Thanks, Bimala. So Diane, Christine, or Lucy, if you guys want to say anything, feel free to jump in. Yeah, awesome. Yeah.
I was just going to say, Bimala, you did my cooking class for me in 2018, and it's still the best rice pudding I have ever had. I tell people about it all the time.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I see you. See you soon. This is so good.
I'll come back, and I've got one of the 7 women aprons in my kitchen, which I use when I bake. So yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Namaste. Can you hear me, Steph?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Namaste, Bimala, and to Amrita and everybody else over in Nepal. I miss you guys. I was lucky enough to be able to stay in the guest house and teach these wonderful women first aid. And it was an absolute pleasure. Like Sarah was saying, they learnt so quickly and they were so inspired and just really passionate about learning it, and we had so much fun doing it. So I look forward to getting back there and being able to teach more first aid and to do more cooking classes and language classes with you guys.
Thank you, Christine. We miss you too. Actually, we're just waiting to see you all in our center again. And yeah, we miss that you train us, and it's very useful for us too. So thank you so much, Christine.
Thanks, Christine. I know they absolutely loved learning from you, and first aid is such a critical skill for us to know and to have at the centre, especially when we're teaching lots of cooking classes. So thanks so much for that.
That's okay. I've just done a youth mental health first aid course, so hopefully at the moment I'm not allowed to teach it overseas, but hopefully in the future that'll be something I'll be able to go and teach over there as well and share.
Unreal. Awesome. Cool. So it's just on an hour now, so I'm going to wrap up, but I just want to share a bit of the future vision on top of what we've already shared. Basically, we want to get the basic enterprises up and running and generating local income again. So that's our primary kind of goal. But beyond that, we still hold the vision of having an eco farm house one day in one of the villages that we're working in or nearby, and to set that up as a bit of a model, bit of land and sustainably built farm to where we can teach both locals and also people that visit us and have them stay with us there. And I know that Bunod's very passionate about that project with his past in organic farming. Another thing, just a bit of news, is we've just completed an amazing documentary that was made by a woman called Zara, who came on the tour with Reese and Matt and Liz in February, and she's Scottish, And she's done an amazing job finishing a 35-minute documentary showcasing the impact that people like yourselves have had when you've travelled to Nepal with us, and the impact that it's had on you, the impact that it's had on the women, and how tourism can really create real and lasting change. So it's a very inspiring documentary, and we're going to be launching that sometime next year when travel is on the minds of people again. But the trailer's online, so it's called A Spirited Journey, and that can be found on YouTube. So that's really exciting, and also a really kind of different and interesting opportunity that's come lately has been a man called Tim Friedman, who I met randomly in Monte Carlo a couple of years ago, is a serious collector of different things that famous people have signed. So he's got a list of over 100 items that he is very happy to donate to 7 Women that are signed by all sorts of amazing people, like John Lennon on his Imagine record, and lots of different interesting things in that list he's given us. And so we're wondering kind of how we can best use those to raise money for 7 Women, and how we can get them in front of the right audience that appreciates things like that. So if anyone has ideas, I'm happy to kind of chat offline, or if you can send me them in an email, because that's a fantastic opportunity for us. And yeah, I don't know if Mum or my sister Catherine, who's online tonight, would like to share anything. Angela's just joined us. Welcome, Angela. I'll send you the recording because you've just joined at the last minute, but it's great to have you on.
Just quickly, Padam's stuck in traffic.
Oh, thank you. I've just seen him on, actually. He's next to Binod. Yeah. Padam, would you like to say anything quickly before we finish?
Thanks for all of you. Yeah, now everybody in Nepal, and this thanks for all the supporter with our 7 Women team in Australia or any whatever. And then another thing is thanks for with Sarah. Just now, your Amrita is our new beauty parlor and new shop. And thanks for supporting our beauty parlor. This is Sarah.
It looks fantastic.
Yes, can you see? Yeah, with the.
I cried.
Yeah, Amrita in the background. Yeah, in the our new shop with the beauty parlor and some our products, and just some decoration is there, and then after some selling, and then now I'm so happy. Now we have support with Kusum and Sunina also joined with our 7 Women team. I hope this. I'm so very happy both of you, and another another new one. I think it's Tom. Yeah, Tom. This is your first time I'll see to you. Yeah. Please welcome our 7 Women in Nepal. I'm just missing with when going to your normal. Yeah, this something happened with coronavirus. Then yeah, still with the 14 months, nobody coming with your foreign people in Nepal, and then no support with our local government. Now just all our support with 7 Women, and then after I'm just helping with our lady all 7 Women. Yeah, thanks for again all of you. Yeah,
thanks Padam, and Padam's been an amazing
support. Going, just your coronavirus is normal, and then just the last people is back to Nepal. Yeah, then after definitely going.
Yes, Padam, every time I speak to Padam, he's always saying to me, when are you bringing people again to Nepal? So we're very much looking forward to having people back on the trips with us. That was fantastic for both fundraising and also just great fun, the tours were. So thank you to everyone who's on tonight, and thanks so much for all of the team making time to come on, and Lucy, who helps me here in Melbourne. Lucy's been incredible at just keeping 7 Women afloat here and doing all the admin-y type things of all the requests and things that we get over email and keeping supporters up to date. And yeah, lots of bits and pieces that we need to do here to support the team over in Nepal constantly. And Lucy's just been amazing, you know, during the last 12 months. I don't know how I would have done everything without her. So, you know, so appreciate your support, Lucy, with all of those.
You, Steph.
Yeah. So thanks a million, everybody. And we'll do another update maybe in another couple of months and have more to share. But until then, would love you to just keep in touch and continue sharing the journey.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Mom. Careful.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Nice to see you all.
Thanks, Steph.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.